everybody. My name is Executor, and tonight I will be teaching you guys how to install Garuda Linux virtual machine. So let me see. Let me just make sure that all my setup is good to go. Now Garuda has everybody talking. We'll have to find out how awesome the operating system really is, guys. Okay, I think this is good to go. Okay, I would like to say thank you to all those who will be joining. I hope you guys enjoy it. This is just gonna be a quick install. Let's see. We're currently here. So here are what I already have so far, and disregard all these. Act like they're not there, because in future videos we're gonna be going over them and we're gonna be installing all these. So for now, let's just act like these don't exist and focus on the topic of the day, which is installing Garuda Linux. Okay, so we're gonna start by creating a virtual machine, and you always wanna stick to the typical recommended, and then click next. And for this purpose, we're gonna be choosing to install, to select an image, because we actually did download an ISO file. Now, you also have the option to always select this option and finish, go through the wizard, finish everything, and then later on upload the ISO file. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just gonna select this option and then go ahead and browse and find, and this is the ISO file of Garuda. So we're just gonna select that and open. When we open, I'm gonna click next, and it's a Linux, and let me see. It's a Debian. We're gonna go with Debian 10 and name it Garuda Linux. No, you know what? Garuda OS. That's how I like naming things. And then the maximum disk size is 20. You know what? But we can just go ahead and give it a 50. Do not split virtual disk into multiple files. And then click next. And this is the summary. This is the summary of the OS. Now we're just gonna go ahead and click finish, and then just wait, and there you go. So processor, 2 gigs of RAM, and 2 gigs of fine. So this, you can always edit and change all these options to what you want. And most of the times we're not gonna use like USB controllers and all that. You can always remove these if you want. Some people do, because you're not gonna need them. I don't care, really. They don't hurt anything by being there. And for network adapter, it's gonna be using NAT. So that means it's just gonna be receiving a private IP address from the hypervisor. You know what? We're just gonna go ahead and click power on and see how it goes. And there it goes. Here is the usual shouldn't be taking too long. There we go. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. So I know since I just completed this setup, I know you guys will probably have hard time seeing everything in the screen because I'm still figuring out how to really make the setup like really professional so that every single thing I do can be seen. That way you guys see, like every single thing that I click. Because I know at this moment the quality of these recordings aren't really there yet. But please forgive me for that. Things will get a lot better as time goes by. I'm working. I'm working on making your learning experience in this channel really pleasant. So Garuda's default password. What is it? Is it gonna be Garuda? Let me see, Garuda. Yep, it is, and it is. So just a piece of advice: you're supposed to be changing all these default usernames and passwords every time you download an operating system because that's how hackers get through your devices. When somebody tries to hack your system, the first things that they try are default usernames and passwords. So every single time you download a new machine or you install any operating system, you have to always change the default usernames and password and put it to something that is really super secret that nobody can even guess. I mean, hackers will still guess it, but you might make their job really really hard. So, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're not gonna be changing. Okay, I see it's taking some time. It's taking some time building up. I hope you guys are really able to see the whole entire screen. I do hope. Bring it back a little, just like that. Come on. And there we go. There we go. You know what? If you want to collapse this panel, the left panel over here, you just come here and just click this, and then that disappears. That way you have a better view of the operating system's homepage. So this is still working, as you can see. I'm gonna try to stretch this and see. Just a little bit. See. And so this is the standard homepage of Garuda Linux, and as you can see, this is what actually allows us to complete the installation. But for now, let's just go over these basics over here. When you click on this logo, that's where you see all the apps. So you have the accessories. Garuda really comes really fully loaded too, with a lot of wonderful tools. and these are the graphics. It always has so many pre-installed softwares that just makes your job easy. And see, you have a lot here, a lot of softwares, and just so you know, you can also use a Garuda for hacking purpose, but it's not really as powerful as a Kali Linux or Parrot OS. But they do give you that option in case you want to. And if you're a programmer, you can be using all these and even downloading a lot more develop developing softwares. And what else? Let me see. So this one always pops up over here as soon as you first log in, and it just shows you the basics of the packages. What we can do is just go ahead and double click that, and then complete the installation if we really want. This file, install Garuda Linux, seems to be a desktop entry. What do you want to do with it? Let's see. Let's execute that and see. So this is more, this section is more settings for you, brightness and volume, language, and your internet details if you want to. Now this is the system does not have enough working memory. At least 2.5 gigs is required. Very simple. So what we can do is we can just go increase the memory to at least 4 and see if that complaint will stop. What we can do is we're just gonna go ahead and just power it off, and power off, and right click, go to settings, and over here we can actually change the memory right here. So you can just drag this to 4. Yep. And now if you also want to change the number of processors and the cores, you can give it like 1 processor and 2 cores, for example, to speed things up. And that should be it. Now we're gonna go ahead and power it back on, and it should not be complaining anymore. So it's gonna go ahead and boot up again. Okay, and there we go. So every time you interacting with virtual machines on VMware Workstation, you see your mouse, the way you control your mouse is Control Alt. If you press Control Alt, you see my mouse comes back to me, and I can use it to do other stuff outside of the VM. But if you want to interact with the VM again, if you want this mouse to be in the VM, inside the VM again, all you have to do is just click on it, and you see it disappears. It's that simple. So Control Alt, and it even says over here in the bottom. I don't know if it's gonna be shown. I don't think you guys see it, but yeah, Control Alt is your best friend. We're gonna go ahead and put the default password again of Garuda. And log back in. In future videos, we're definitely gonna be diving into all the details, just so you guys can really learn all there is to learn with Garuda Linux. Okay, and look at the dock, so beautiful. I actually used to boot up my PC once with Garuda. So I had a PC that looked just like this, and you can really do cool stuff with this operating system, like really cool stuff. It's not like Ubuntu, but it's not too hard to learn. The documentation isn't really available and plenty when you look things up, like Ubuntu, for example. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go ahead and try installing it again, because this time this is just for testing purpose. It allows you to test and get a feel of it before you actually decide to download it. So we're gonna stick to American English and then click next, and this automatically got my time zone. I'm gonna leave it to Denver and click next, and we're gonna keep English US as default and click next. So over here, you see, this is the storage that we give to the operating system, and this says it will delete everything, so you don't have to worry, because this storage is just virtual. We have nothing there that we worry about getting deleted, so you can just not worry and click it. Now if you want to encrypt the system, you can, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we're not gonna select encrypt system. We're just gonna go ahead and just click next, and then we're gonna be choosing a name. For example, I'm just gonna put executor, if I can type executor, and then the username executor is fine. Now for the name of the operating system, what we're gonna do is we're gonna change it to Garuda OS, for example. Yep. And then for the password, we just put something super secure that nobody can guess. And do not click log automatically, because you make hacking your system easy when you get into the habit of logging automatically. Because someone breaks into your system, they don't even need to work hard to get into all your devices, because it logs automatically. So you have to get into the habit of not logging automatically, not allowing the automatic login of your systems. So, and then click next, and this is just the summary of what we just did so far, and then we're just gonna go ahead and hit install. Continue with installation. Garuda installer is about to make changes to your disk. Yeah. The disk is virtual, so don't worry about it. Just click next. The installer failed to create a partition table. Okay. Let's try it again. It probably hit a bug or something. Next. Choose it. No swap, don't worry about all that. And this is the one, yep, that's the only one we have. We're not encrypting it. And yep, all that is good. So we're gonna go ahead and try again, execute it. And then keep that, and then change this to Garuda OS like before, and then put our super secure password. Leave that unchecked, and then click next, and then everything seems perfectly normal. Create new. Just gonna create in here. Okay. All that seem okay with me. Install. Failed to create. This error. Device. I wonder why it fails. Let's double check something real quick. Let's close this. Go to settings. But it's so cool that it just comes and working right out of the box, just like that, with everything pre-installed. Is the home folder. The downloads. The network details. What we're gonna do is, since Garuda comes with all these packages pre-installed, maybe the storage that we gave it isn't enough. So we're gonna go back, power it off really quickly, and then add some more storage. And that might be the reason why it's been messing up. Okay, so 50 might not be enough. We're gonna expand. I'm gonna give it 200 because my computer, this current computer, is 3 terabytes, and I mean, if you're following along, please do not mess with allocating a lot of memory to virtual machines unless you can actually afford it, unless your device can afford it. Let me see. Read beyond end of project. That's not working. It's not allowing me. You know, an idea. OS, Linux, Debian. Okay. So if 50 is enough, it shouldn't be giving us expanding this only to this size, not affected. I think the software is having a bug that is not allowing us to make all these changes, and especially the Queen edition. The last time I tried installing this version of Garuda, it gave me the same issues. Man. We're gonna have to try it one last time, and if this time it doesn't work, what I'm gonna do is just delete it and reinstall it. Because sometimes that's what is required. Sometimes you just do that and it fixes it. Do a quick research. You know what? 4 gigs of RAM, 34. just taking a quick look to see if there is anything that we're missing. There isn't. It's no files. Okay. Gotcha. Linux kernel. Have an idea. That's what IT is about, man. It's always troubleshooting when something is not working very well. It's finding solutions to all these issues. And you know what? Let's quickly come back and check something. Options, Linux. Let's see which kernel it uses. Where's this now? Arc Linux. Okay. Good. Okay. What we're gonna do is so Debian. Let's select. It's not CentOS. Red Hat. Let's try. I'm gonna try a few of these here. See which one works. Because I think that's where the problem is. Open source. goes. Alrighty. I'm currently just being lazy. I don't want to really check my notes to see the kernel type that Garuda uses again. It's been such a long time. Let's put the Garuda, the default password. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and try installing it again. See how it goes this time. American English. Keep the default. Select the do not encrypt. Nice. Fill it up again. Executor. That is gonna change to Garuda OS. Garuda OS, and put your super secret password, and click next, and do the summary again, and then click install, and I'm gonna have to research and see how I can fix this bug in here. I will have to do some research on that one, solve that issue. But for the time being, let's run through these apps just so you at least know how to update, for example, in the package. So instead of sudo app install or upgrade like we do in Kali Linux and any Debian based operating system, for Garuda, if I remember correctly, it's sudo pacman the capital S YU, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, and that's it. This is how that's the command you use to update your packages on Garuda Linux, and then just go with yes, and let it go. So we currently have 333 packages that need to be updated. So while that is going on, we're gonna just look at the folder system, for example. It's a nice folder system, beautiful colors. I just love everything about Garuda Linux. Everything is just the design is really slick. I like it. So this gives our memory, the memory information. So if we close that and go to the browser, the default browser in Garuda is called Fire Dragon. It's a really cool one too. I love it. So I That's taking some time to load. And then you have Stacer. Stacer is a system analysis software that just gives you all the details on the memory available, CPU load, and all that good stuff. And then you have your calculator, and you have your image software for viewing all type of pictures in Garuda. And this is the media player. Let me see. And this is a music player. Another system monitor, and so on. So let's go check on that. Alright, that's the configuration system that we were using. I will be making a more in-depth tutorial on Garuda Linux, so together we can explore all the coolness that can be found in this operating system. I love it. And then if you click that, pretty much logging out, shutting down, suspending, like taking a break, putting it to sleep, and or locking it, or restarting it, pretty much. Cancel and let the package upgrade continue. Let me see if Stacer will be open at the same time while the terminal is busy, so we can see how it looks like. This is how Stacer looks like. It gives you CPU information, the memory information, and your disk information right here, and you have your host details. Everything's here. Everything about the kernel information is right in here. So if you really use it for activities that are very intense, and then it starts to become full, you can just go ahead and just increase the memory or increase the storage, pretty much. And Stacer, you can also have this in you can install it on Ubuntu as well. In my Ubuntu PC, I do have this in there that I use to track the usage and of these resources. Quit it, and we see most of the packages upgraded, except a few errors, which is fine. Control L to clear the terminal, and what else? Man, Garuda Linux always just impresses me. So awesome, and even the browser. The browser is unique. Like the design is just amazing. Once I figure out how, once I finish setting up the system over here, I will be doing another tutorial, like a full tutorial on Garuda Linux, so you guys can see, can learn about it better. Because today was just a test, really. I was just testing the setup again, and I did a few tweaking here and there, and I just wanted to see how things look. And just thought I just use a small project, so together you can learn something. Desktop preference, if you want to change the background color. So my favorite one is this one, Aurora Dragon. Apply, okay, and that's it. You have your new desktop background right here. Anyway, this is enough testing of my whole entire setup, and I'm gonna go over my notes and really do a little bit of prepping so that we can really start enjoying tutorials of this kind together. I should be done with the whole entire setup soon. I guess I have a few more monitors to connect and a few more connections to do, and soon everything will be looking really professional and really high quality to allow you guys to to follow step by step and really learn. So I think this is gonna be it for today's test of my setup. I hope you guys enjoy watching it, and thank you for liking, sharing, and supporting my channel, and especially the comments. I really like to thank you guys for all the comments and suggestions that some of you have been sending me. It's very helpful. It's very helpful indeed. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this recording, and I will see you guys next time for the real stuff. Thank you again, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.